this? Hi. Hello YouTubers, welcome to my channel. So happy to have you here today with me. What are we talking about today, huh? What is this couple up to? Well, I thought this was a really interesting article. Is Harry and Meghan's $150 million woke TV a surefire success or dangerously overhyped? Couple under pressure to make a hit with projects including a series on mental health, as experts warn their Netflix deal could backfire. And this is, to me, there's a lot of information in this story. And one of the most, concerning things about this story that I think about is Harry's mental state. So Prince Harry, we know, has issues mentally. So, all the things that we've been seeing from this couple about, Harry saying he gets flashbacks, when there's a camera, how it just sets him off because it reminds him of the things with his mother. But now he's in a situation where he's forced himself in the forefront to be in front of cameras. Like he's contradicting himself already with this new life that he has. And what is this going to do for Harry's mental health, considering they've got to produce some hits? And he has literally no background in the film industry, like zero. Okay. But the sheer fact that this entitlement gives you sort of a pass to just get a $150 million deal, I mean, to me, says so much, right? And what does that say to Harry and Meghan now that they've got to produce some things that they're going to have to do very well? If anything, worse for Harry's mental state to be put in this situation to have to produce a hit. I don't know if you guys can see it, but when I look at all the things, the comings and goings and the talking, all the things that they've been saying, I just see so much going on. Like I can hear the arguments. I can hear the back and forth between Harry and Meghan just by the stuff that I'm seeing in the news all the time. Like I know there's chaos going on behind their walls of their living situation. They're not living in harmony. You think they're like, oh, life is great. We're living in California. We've got a son now and we're going to do movies. We've got a Netflix deal. We're independent of the royal family. My love, I love you. Like, are they happy? Are they happy? Or are they bickering and fighting and just like freaking out about, oh my gosh, we got to produce a hit? Harry and Meghan's $150 million Netflix TV deal to produce woke documentaries has no chance to fail. And there is huge pressure on them to deliver a hit amid that could backfire, industry insiders have warned. But TV experts warn they now have to prove their right-on agenda can attract viewers in their new TV production is going to provide a long-term income. Do you guys see that in the current state that we're living in? I mean, look at all the people who have canceled their subscriptions just from the announcement of them even getting this deal. And now they're going to produce shows that people are going to watch. The pressure is building and the train, like I said before, is getting faster. Well, look who's here with me today, you guys. Look who is it? It's Otis. Okay, so but another said that another said they confident, but another said they confident it would. Who wrote this story? I mean, I'm serious. I'm thinking it's me, but I think it's the person that wrote this story. But another said they confident it would be a huge success and the pair were capable of managing the pressure because they were bright and intelligent young people. Bruh. Harry and Meghan announced yesterday that they had founded a production company to make documentaries, feature films, scripted shows, and children's programming inked a deal with the streaming giant. Now, first of all, they got all this stuff. Like, they're going to do documentaries. They're going to do children's programming, feature films, scripted show. Like, you're going to do all this different genres of television and film media. Like, you experts in all of this stuff. Like, you don't even have any experience in one, Harry. At least Meghan got some experience in it, but it just, I mean, like, the red flags are just going off everywhere when I read this story. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen this Netflix CEO talking about, I just know they're going to do great things. They're going to create hits. Well, yeah, they better. You just gave them a lot of money to do that. Apparently, he's banking that these people are going to do some great things, but I'm sure he's like, okay, now you guys, you better step it up. He's back there biting his nails like, y'all better produce some hits. We've got to have some hits. So let's get this going, because if not, this man has just done something unprecedented with this deal. Like, to give somebody that doesn't have any experience all of this money for a deal. And they're going to want to have their say. They're not going to just give creative control over to any and everybody. At least I know Meghan's not. They are expected to create content including a series on mental health, an animated series about inspirational women, a nature documentary, and programs looking at community service. Okay, look, we have seen all this before, and nothing that they just said really excites me as something to watch. And community service, documentary programs about nature. Okay, like this has been done before. So how is it that what you're going to do is going to be so unprecedented and so fabulous that we got to watch it? We got to watch it because it's going to be so good. This is like never done before. Their deal has been compared to the Obama $65 million Netflix deal, which saw the former president's production company win an Oscar with its first film, American Factory. It comes after the Duke and Duchesses of Sussex, who recently bought a $14 million mansion in Santa Barbara on a mortgage, stepped into Hollywood after ditching royal duties in March. You see, now the difference between the Obamas and what they're doing, the Obamas, at least, like their image, who they are, people genuinely like them. Like, if you take the politics out of it, like, they don't have no scandal. They don't have no, I mean, they've got credentials in the things that they've done. So, you have to also look at how you're perceived by the public. Like, that has something to do with it. And I keep wondering, well, why aren't people not seeing that, who you are as a person matters? If you're a jerk, if people just don't like you, they're going to be like, oh, I don't like him. I ain't watching nothing he does. Like, that is a factor. That does count for something. I just don't understand how you can try to just behave any way you want to and think that you can just produce something that's great and people are going to watch it. Like, who you are as a person, at the end of the day, it does matter, because people support people because they like them. I know for myself, there are actors that I do not like because I have heard horror stories about them, and I will not watch things that they do. I don't care how good it is. And even if I do watch it, I'm like with the side eye watching, like, I'll try to give it a chance, but I just don't like them so much that I'm like, I can't watch it. I just can't watch it. And I think that's what's going to happen with Meghan and them. People are going to be looking at things that they produce, and they're going to be like, ugh, they did this. I just can't I can't watch it. I can't do it. Like, that's what I think is going to happen. So that's something that's going against them, that people are not factoring into this whole, do you want to watch anything that they produce? Like, are they likable? But public relations expert Mark Borowski said today that the couple had put a lot of pressure on themselves to succeed. Yeah, you better put some pressure on yourself to succeed. I know if someone gave me that much money, I'll be like, oh my goodness, is this a good thing or a bad thing? When you thought you had pressure before, you really got pressure now. Because now the pressure is really when you better produce a hit and we waiting. Like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You gonna produce a hit, it better be a hit. I better like it. People looking at you like that now, what must that feel like? What does that, can you really be creative and have your, ultimate good works come through with that on your shoulder. They're going to have people like whoever worked with the Obamas. I'm sure those people are going to be working with Harry and Meghan now. You're going to have people that are really good filmmakers working with them. But the things that they are going to do, can they really find the stories? Can they really come to an agreement on something that's going to be a hit? There's so many things and elements that have to come together to create a hit. And I know there's a lot of negative components within this couple already that they're going to have to burst through those barriers as well that they've created for themselves. Which on the hype machine you have got to deliver. If it is something that lets people down, it is going to backfire. Remember when Meghan took that Disney deal away from that A-list actor? Do you think she came into Hollywood with people really wanting to support her, or did she kind of stab some people in the back when she did that? She came into Hollywood storming through like, give me a job, Bob Iger. And he did. And there were consequences for other people. Someone else that was supposed to have that job. I mean, think about the other people behind that A-list actor, the agents, the publicists, the workers, the assistants, their friends. Like, she made a lot of people upset when she did that. So she's already got people that are just not feeling her. So you got the public, you got the industry insiders. So what is it that she's created as in an image for herself already coming into Hollywood at this point? And people watching her that are A-listers like, yeah, she took that job. She took that job from Meryl. Meryl had that job for Disney. And everybody also looking at her with the side eye from inside the industry. They are like what he does. Our lives, both independent of each other and as a couple, have allowed us to understand the power of the human spirit of courage, resilience, and the need for connection, they said. Through our work with diverse communities and their environments to shining a light on people with causes around the world, our focus will be on creating content that informs but also gives hope. They've given hope to people who they've used. So we know that all the people that Meghan and Harry have attracted them, all the people that they have worked with in the form of charity, have been there as props for them. Have they really given hope to people? Have they really committed in the way that they say that they've committed? Did they stick through their commitment to helping out the people in Great Britain? They bailed. So, you know, it's just all fake and phony, and it's not real. They're using the people who they're trying to say they're helping. As new parents, making inspirational family programming is also important to us, as is powerful storytelling through truthful and relatable lens. Oh, it's so thick, you guys. It's so thick. You know, it's like, they're like, we want to do families. We have a baby. Let's do stuff on families. Oh, we help out charities. Let's do stuff on charities. We are a part of the royal family. Let's do something about the royals, you know, with this whole Diana thing that I think that they're a part of or may not be a part of. I'm not sure. But that's another story. But it's like you're just throwing everything into the cookie jar. It's just like, we want to do it all. Documentaries, films, scripted television shows, feature films, animation shows. We want to do it all. We are going to rule the world with multimedia things that have never been done before. They've been done before. We've seen that. And what can you possibly do that we haven't already seen? For real, for real? It just don't even make sense to me. It's just like, can people see the thickness of the yuckiness of this couple and what they're doing? The unauthenticness of it all? To me, it seems so wrong and fraudulent. It's like, no, you can't do this. We are pleased to work with Ted Ted and the team at Netflix, whose unprecedented reach will help us share impactful content that unlocks action. You're going to unlock action in the sense that people are going to start to do stuff because what you did a film about it, and everything that you've done, you have pretty much not unlocked action. You pretty much stopped the action. As far as I'm concerned, you stopped all kind of action when you came to the British people. You were like, stop. No, no more action. We done. We leaving. We ain't going to put up no more action for this UK people, the royals. We leaving. We're out of here. Like, you're going to now unpack action when you couldn't even do action when you had a chance to do action. Like, you didn't even give it a chance. You just bailed after 2 years. And that lady who was talking about, well, they just, they just said they couldn't do it anymore. They wanted to leave. Well, you know what? No, you didn't even give it a chance. So who shows resilience? And certainly not you. This couple hasn't shown any resilience as far as I'm concerned. What they've done is completely hypocritical. It's shown, if anything, that they give up when the going gets tough. And how is this couple going to really be the example or be able to show us the human spirit when they have shown a very lack of anything that would want anyone to be motivated? No one's seen a struggle. No one's seen them overcome adversity and hardship. If anything, we've seen this couple, just be so entitled to all the things that they have wanted to do with being on their private jets, not abiding by rules, not really suffering through anything that gives us a warrant to really root for them. No one's rooting for them. And the people that are rooting for them are the people who lack the understanding of what this couple represents and what they mean. Like they're either just diehard fans where they can do anything that they want and they're going to represent, or they're going to like them, which means they have no substance, or they're going to be people that don't really pay that much attention to the comings and goings, and they just see, that's that royal couple that's over in Great Britain, that American girl, that Meghan girl and her Prince Harry. Like, they don't know, but the people that woke, like the real woke people like us that can really see through it, we gonna be looking like at them like, really, you're going to show us the human spirit of resistance and resilience and power and unlocking of some action? Like, you're the people that are going to tell us those stories? I don't think so. This is incredibly dangerous and overhyped. They have got no chance to fail. They have got to succeed. If they lose, they have got a lot of egg on their face. So it almost makes you wonder, were they set up? Were they set up? Because it almost looks like you got this deal. It looks too good to be true. It looks so like everything that they've wanted, everything that they could have hoped for has come true. And is that always a good thing? Or are you more appreciative to when you finally get something after having to work really hard for it? And they haven't had to work really hard for it. Things have just fallen in their laps. And to me, it almost seems like it could be a setup. It could be like, okay, what you got. You want to be in the movie industry so bad. You wanted to leave the royal family so bad. Well, let me see what you got. Show yourself, girl. Let's see it. What you got. Right? That's what they saying. We looking. We waiting like, look, entertain me. Make me feel empowered. Make me feel like I can do it. Make me feel like I can just fight and just, the world is my oyster. Give me something to really be excited about, Meghan and Harry, or Harry and Meghan. What you got? That's what it looks like. Because like they said, they have no room to fail. It's like you have to come out and you have got to be successful. Now ask yourself this. Had they just been a little bit more humble, showed some humility, just been very quiet, and in the background worked and did these things and made their own connections without trying to put stuff in the papers all the time, without trying to sway public opinion about themselves, if they had just taken a little bit of just humility about what it is that they wanted to do and just shown that they wanted to work hard for anything that they got, then how much more would the public have supported them? How much more would they have been supported? But when you're just giving stuff like this, how much respect are you getting? Especially from industry people who have had to really work hard to get anything. So it almost seems like, are they really going to be in a position to do something to really make them successful at this point? To me, it looks like almost like a curse. I don't know. I'm just talking. They are looking for attention all the time. On this occasion, I think they may have overstepped the mark. The proof is obviously in the pudding. It's going to be very difficult. Hits are very hard to come by. How many Downtown Abbeys, The Crowns, The Ordinary Peoples are there? They are from British producers who will tell you that you have got to have a few flops to make before you get a hit. So true. So right out the gate, they have to produce something that is going to have to be a success. You don't have room to fail. So really, everyone, look at this a little differently. They cannot fail. How much pressure is that? This is a naive double act who are living on hype. Netflix are driven by ratings. It's more about the portfolio they offer. Meghan and Harry will be appealing to subscribers, and they are alongside the Obamas. They are alongside the Obamas. Are they in partnership with the Obamas? Since leaving the White House, the Obamas have earned a small fortune by selling rights to their autobiographies and setting up their own production company, which has bagged a lucrative deal with Netflix. A source said they have found it huge commercial success without actually looking like they are getting their hands dirty, to put it bluntly, and retaining their popularity. And we know this is going to be the problem for Meghan, because she's going to want to have her face on things. She's going to want to be the forefront of anything. So it's like kind of like the Obamas, the stuff they did. You didn't even know they were behind it unless you read the credits, right? But with Meghan, her name is going to be branded big letters, bold, Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle production. Like, it's going to be known that it's her, and she's going to want it that way because, you know, that's her personality, right? And that could be a detriment to her. But the Obamas, they did things on the back end where you hardly knew what they were doing, right? And they didn't have the success in the commercialism saying you better produce a hit. What you gonna do? They didn't have that. They just went out and did it. And if they failed, they failed. So this whole publicity and hype, the way they're doing it, because it's greediness, it's all about selfishness, that's going to hurt them. And the backstabbing that Meghan has done when she came to Hollywood, and with the British public not liking them, it's a different story. It's nowhere near same as the Obamas. The Sussexes may imagine that they dictate the shows that they want to make, but Netflix will have a firm hand on the tiller. The source said Meghan will no doubt want to cast herself as Mother Teresa, but that's not how it's going to pan out. You know, the Obamas, they were all about the schoolwork, you know, the diligence, the doing the community work. Like okay, I'm sure Meghan looks at them and she admires them, but they're completely different. Completely. Meghan has been driven by stardom and celebrity and, you know, social climbing. Like her whole climb has been very superficial. When I see the Obamas, I see people who are doing the hard work, who are going in and doing things that they just happen to find themselves with this lucrative Netflix deal after they've done all this hard work. Meghan and Harry, they just coming in like, give me this stuff now. I don't want to do the hard work. Just give me the deal right now. Like, we deserve it. We royalty. That's how they see it. So, you know, Meghan can admire people. She can admire Angelina Jolie. She can admire all these other people. But the thing that she does not have that they have is they have done the hard work. They're not really putting in the hard work that they should be putting in to get respect. It's like no one respects them because of their attitude and the superficiality of them. It just reeks, it just pours out of their pores, and just, it's like all over their face. It's like we can just see it. It's like right there. It's like I can't get past the superficialness of who you are to even look at anything that you just getting ready to try to do with any production. I can't see it. I can't even try to entertain anything that you do because there's this distraction of just superficiality in front of me that I just can't get by. And I'm just like, I can't watch it. It's too distracting. And you know what? We'll have to wait and see. Peace and love. Bye-bye. Bye. Also want to let you guys know, if you're trying to get a hold of me, you know, I do have an email address you can contact me at. I've been getting so many comments lately. I've been trying to get through them. I've been so busy. I haven't been able to get through them as quickly as I used to, but at some point I will. But if you have a question for me, if you really need to ask me a question, please go ahead and shoot me an email. Make it a quick email because I can't read too much. I want to try to get through them quickly. And until next time, you guys, bye-bye.